The title of the episode was named Twice Born, a reference to the line from the prophecy, the Bene Gesserit specifically. While I think a twice born person refers to is Desmond Hart, but in fact, they reveal in this episode it's actually meant to be Tleilax's character because she was twice born in spice. Couple big reveals of what's going on with that storyline. There's also the reference to the blue eyes staring back at them from space, like the blue spice eyes staring back at them. There's also reference to the prophecy Paul Atriedes, and really it's ultimately about Leto Atriedes the second. There's a lot of lines in this episode that are references to book things as well as things from the original movie, but at least short term they mostly want it to be direct reference to what is happening with Laila's character because she comes out of the spice box. In the fourth episode of the Dune, it starts with the sound of thunder on Arrakis, and we see that a lot of the Bene Gesserit acolytes are having the same dream. Jane actually catches Emmeline sleepwalking, and she's seemingly about to cut her throat in the same manner that Dorothea did in the past episode. Tully is trying to get to the bottom of all this, and she gives them all spice, putting them into a trance as they attempt to draw what they saw in their dreams. The drawings get increasingly more erotic, and eventually they all depict the sand dunes of Arrakis, but they also draw these eyes staring out from the black abyss. One of them says, "These are the eyes of God, watching us and judging us." These, of course, are the same eyes we have been seeing throughout the season so far, the same eyes from the beginning of the first episode. A lot of people are trying to convince that these are the eyes of the God Emperor, a character who appears in the fourth Dune book, but I'm still not entirely sure these are the eyes of the God Emperor because everything about the way these eyes look seems to suggest something else. They have always got this glowing blue light, which is heavily associated with thinking machine technology in this show. I also found it very interesting that Lila wakes up in this episode. In the scene, we see Tula having a dream where she sees the sisterhood crumble on top of her and the worm coming to devour her. She sees all the sisterhood lies being exposed, her own lies being exposed as well. She wakes up to find that the tank full of spice is now open where Lila was. So it almost seems certainly suggested that the open box of spice is giving her some form of weird dreams. This is something that happens in the Dune series. Certain people are predisposed to prescient visions and spice enhances those visions. So when Tula wakes up, she finds that Layla is now alike, walking around and has the eyes of Aid. She asks, "Where am I?" Now the question still remains, is this Layla or is it an abomination? If I had to lean toward my gut, I would say this is an abomination. Layla might still be there, but she is likely under constant attack by ego memories like Dorothea, who will want to undermine the sisterhood. This might be something we see unfold in the next couple of episodes. So abomination is when someone is under control of someone else's authority. Now this whole plotline is incredibly interesting and it's going to be exciting to see where it leads. Another point to note is that if Layla does become possessed by Dorothea, we are also being shown that her followers still exist. They are reading the Orange Catholic Bible and they're saying that Dorothea's wisdom didn't die with her. She has a following. So if Dorothea does possesses Layla, it's definitely something to keep an eye on, as it could lead to a very dramatic and emotional moment. It might even end with Tula having to kill Layla, aka Dorothea, and that would be a huge turning point in the series. Moving to the events on Seleucus Sikander, we have got a lot of help here. House Harkonnen is involved along with Valia and Sisterhood as well as the Emperor Jans, Constantine, Curian, Michaela, and the Bene Gesserit fangirl is also playing her part. There's a lot happening on Seleucus Candace in this episode. The episode delves into the complex political situation on Seleucus Candace. Kieran, the rebel leader, has allied with various factions including Valia, a member of the Bene Gesserit. Their main objective is to destabilize the planet, and they plan to do so by using forbidden thinking machine technology. Specifically, they're after Hunter-Seeker Bomb, a deadly weapon that can be remotely controlled and is capable of targeting specific individuals. The thinking machine technology is crucial to their goals because it can disrupt the existing power dynamics and create a more favorable environment for the rebellion. However, just as the rebellion is about to launch, Desmond Hart, with his immense powers, intervenes in a devastating way. Desmond, using I think Desmond used his prophetic abilities and the potent force at his disposal, foils the rebellion before it even starts. Though his deep connection with the universe and his ability to manipulate events from within, Desmond burns the rebellion from inside out, preventing it from gaining momentum. The intensity of his power, however, takes a toll on him. As he expands his strength, he became visibly fatigued, with blood dripping from his clothes, a sign of the immense physical cost of using his extraordinary abilities. In a powerful, almost symbolic moment, Desmond passes by Valia, leaving a trace of his blood on a wooden railing. This blood is not just a physical remnant, it's a key to unlocking the mystery of who Desmond truly is. Valia, always calculating and looking for leverage, immediately recognizes the significance of his blood. She sends it to Tully, who works within the Bene Gesserit genetic database, hoping to unlock the secrets of Desmond's bloodline. So the Bene Gesserit, known for their keen understanding of genetics and bloodlines, maintain a vast repository of DNA records. Desmond's blood in their hands. Valia intends to trace his lineage, not only to understand the depth of his power, but also to uncover any hidden connection or potential weakness. This could provide critical information for Valia as she continues to plot her next move. A lot has also happened in the Harkonnen family. At the end of the episode, Valia's uncle died coughing while cursing Valia that she is the reason of the downfall of the House Harkonnen. She is the reason her brother died. And at the same time, when her uncle is dying, she turns back and she sees her brother. She hugs him, and it turns out it's Theodosia, the Texo Machina, who changed herself into Valia's brother, who died in the flashback in the last episode. This episode delves into several intriguing elements of the Dune universe, including the introduction of Texo Facedancers, the confirmation of Desmond as a Gola. It sets the stage for a deeper understanding of the forces at play within the Sisterhood and their interaction with the Texo, as well as the role of Desmond and Theodosia. The Texo Facedancers is revealed through the character of Sister Theodosia, are a genetically engineered race of transhumans created by Bene, also known as the Texo. These beings are created through the use of X-Lato tanks, which are rumored to be capable of reproducing human-like beings, possibly even turning the Texo female into these tanks. As no female Texo have been seen for thousands of years, the face dancers are altered to have enhanced muscle tissue and nerve connections, allowing them to mimic any human perfectly, regardless of age, sex, or body type. This capability makes them perfect spies or infiltrators, trained in the same Piranha Bindu techniques as the Bene Gesserit, granting them control over their bodies to a remarkable degree. What sets the face dancers apart is that they can adopt the form of an individual. There is a significant point of distinction because the Bene Gesserit traditionally only allow females into their rank. Face dancers are accepted by the Sisterhood, which raises question about Theodosia's true role within the order. She could be a spy for the Texo, planted to undermine the Sisterhood from within. This idea gains traction when considering that Desmond, likely a Gola clone of a deceased individual, might also be working against the Sisterhood, perhaps as part of a broader Texo plan to destabilize them. Desmond's flashback and vague memories further hint at his origin, showing him experiencing a moment of death involving the Shai Hulud, a sandworm. These fragment memories align with the nature of the Gola, who only retain the memories of the person they were cloned from, typically limited to the moments just before their death. This could be key to understanding his role in a larger conflict between the Texo, the Sisterhood, and the Imperium. Another element explored is the Texo's staunch opposition to the Bene Gesserit's use of thinking machines. The Texo, as part of their belief system, advocates for human evolution through genetic engineering and are opposed to the machine that the Sisterhood uses for the purposes like genetic archiving. Desmond's confrontation with the thinking machine and their sympathizers only deepens this ideological divide, suggesting that the Texo are more determined than ever to eradicate these influences within the Sisterhood. The episode also hints at the coming clash between these factions, highlighting the differences in their approach to human advancement. As the story unfolds, it appears that Desmond, Theodosia, and others will be key players in a battle for the future direction of human evolution, technology, and power within the universe. This was the episode 4 of the Dune universe. We only left with 2 more episodes, and after that this season will end. If you're still here, please like, subscribe, and thank you for staying here till the end.